Hello my fellow cigar smokers and welcome to Smoker Spot and another night owl again. Tonight we are smoking the Arista Picaduro mixed Maduro. Kind of special cigar. I will tell you a little bit more about it in a second. But guys, first things first, let's get this thing started. Draw seems to be good. Woodish. I'll smell almost nothing. Maybe also wood. Woodish, nutty, something like this. Not quite sure. Okay, that's a surprise. I never had it before. So we'll see. Actually, this Arista Picaduro is probably only available in Canada or on the Canadian market. And it was given to me by a very good friend who also glad to send it over here to Germany so that I have an opportunity to smoke this one. Because as I said, you cannot get it over here. So I'm always very grateful when I have the opportunity to smoke something that is not available here on the German market. I have absolutely no idea about the price. But as I said very often in other reviews, cigar talks and so on, guys, really it's not about the price. I had fucking great cigars that were like budget cigars, and I had like cigars that were a catastrophe, that were like, I don't know, $50. Remember the Joyo de Monterrey of the Ox? Holy shit, that was a disappointment. Crazy. And for example, really a while ago, we were making a video about it was so long ago I forgot the name. Villa Zamorano by Maya Selva. It was like a €3 stick. Fantastic. Draw is good. Maybe not perfect, but good, really good. I have this woodish aroma still there, and it has like a sweet note coming along with it. So maybe like when we're talking about wood, maybe something like cedar or cherry wood or something like this. That was the first thing coming. Oh no, actually, you know what? Last week, I smoked some fantastic ribs, and I have a hardwood smoker, and most of the time I'm using cherry wood or wood that's coming from an apple tree, and it has this special flavor coming with it that is going over to the meat, and it's like this. I mean, not like ribs, but that woodish aroma that is absorbed by the ribs, if that makes sense. It's more or less a classical Robusto. It is 5 inches long and has a ring gauge of 52. And it's actually made by AJ Fernandez and Ape Flores from Ernesto. Oh, guys. Mm, I have notes here, but they're laying around somewhere. Anyways, guys, that's not so important. So AJ Fernandez and another guy, I think Ape Flores, um, they're making this cigar. Maduro, you can see it. The wrapper is looking kind of nice. And they are manufacturing it for some kind of Canadian businessman. Sal Lucetta. Lucetta. Sounds Italian, but I'm not quite sure. And he's Canadian. So, and that's why these cigars are available in Canada, as far as I know, and as far as my research has gone. If all that is true, probably. Anyway, thanks a lot, my friend. You know who you are. Really appreciate it. And now I'm enjoying this cigar. So it's a tribute to you. And of course, in the last night out, where we were smoking this really fantastic El Septimo, the 7th, the El Septimo New York, that was surprisingly good. Also, or because it was in Peru, Costa Rica. And over there, and back in the last night, I was drinking a beer, an Irish beer, and it was kind of untypical. So today we have a whiskey again. And again, my good old decanter, Peaky Blinders decanter, and in there, as you know, is the Lafroy quarter cask. And really untypical, I'm drinking my Lafroy quarter cask out of a Macallan glass. Makes totally sense. Okay, guys, a good whiskey and a good cigar to celebrate Easter. Because today, the time I'm recording it, it's Sunday. Easter Sunday. Smoky, peaty, hint of sweetness. I think it will be a good pairing with my Canadian cigar over here. Cheers, my friends. Great. Ape Flores PDR cigars. Jesus Christ. Good ash, good burn. Let's see how it develops. So guys, it's Easter, and here in Germany, around Easter, on the Easter Sunday, so not on Good Friday, on Easter Sunday, the tradition here is that the kids are like getting their presents. And it's not a big deal over here. It's not like Christmas, you know. So usually they're getting the Easter eggs that are colored and sweets. And maybe some other little presents, you know. My two daughters, of course, are too old for that. They are way too cool looking for Easter eggs. We asked them, because yesterday my wife prepared their presents, and they bought like a big Easter egg. Actually, it's made out of plastic, and you can open it and you can put all the presents in there. So the chocolate and candies and stuff. Now you close it again, and she asked them, guys, do you want to look for it in the garden? I didn't know. Holy shit. You crazy? We're not doing that anymore. We're not babies. Got it. So, We had a nice breakfast this morning, all together, the whole family, and everybody had like their Easter presents on their plate. It was nice, really nice. Um, and me, the lazy fart as I am, for my wife and for my mother, I yesterday ordered flowers. They were bringing it over. Was a uh, nice amount of flowers, and in yellow and red, and we were looking good. Um, and they were happy, so that's the most important thing. So Easter, guys, I don't know if that has any meaning for you. If yes, I apologize upfront because I'm not like a big believer, you know. I'm not celebrating Easter because of Jesus. Um, Actually, I'm not celebrating it at all. It I just use it as a day for being together with family and friends, you know. And more or less, it's the same with Christmas. But guys, I'm really happy if that means something to you. Great, really great. I think it's important that we all have something that we can hold on and that we believe in and all that stuff that is coming around with it. So again, no offense, you know. Uh, and but that's why I want to talk a little bit about Easter and the meaning and what is coming along with it and why, where, and so on. First of all, I have to tell you guys, you know, this weekend, scrolling through my timeline, whatever portal, Facebook, Instagram, name it, doesn't matter. And there I see all these people um, talking about Easter and giving me some phrases from the Bible and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, if you like going to church every Sunday and you strongly believe in all that stuff, throughout the year, Jesus Christ, as I said, good for you. But if you just find your own belief or the fake belief on special occasions like on Christmas and on Easter, don't go on my fucking nerves with it, you know? And even then, if you just like posting a couple of smart words on Instagram and Facebook, I don't care, you know? But if you present yourself as a like an holy Easter bunny, you know, in front of everyone else, and I don't get it, you know, I'm not buying it. So just shut the fuck up, you know, and get away from me. Sorry. So that was something's going on my nerves, but it's going on my nerves every year on Easter and on Christmas, you know. Always the same shit. So Easter, guys, you know, Christmas we have Santa Claus, or in some parts here in Germany it's called the Christkind. But let's stick to Santa Claus. And Easter we have the Easter Bunny. And I don't know if you ever asked yourself, why? Why is there a bunny in clothes hopping around and spreading and leaving Easter eggs all over the place? Why? Does this make any sense? Has it something to do with these special days? No, of course not. Of course not. And as many other things that we are celebrating today, nowadays, or that we believe in, and so on, they have the roots somewhere else, way back in time. So, I was looking around a little bit, um, looking for some stuff about the Easter Bunny. And again, the Germans. Again. If there's something in the world that was terribly wrong, we did it. And if there's something in the world that's a damn good thing, we did it. So I don't know what happened, guys, but man, just joking around, guys. So the first time somebody mentioned the Easter Bunny was in the 17th century in a document called something like, though the German name is Warum Ostereier, and in English something like Why Easter Eggs. That was the first time somebody mentioned it. And it has its roots in Germany. And it's originated from German Lutherans. Lutherans? And there was like a myth that a bunny is a sort of a judge, and that originated like 1,000 years ago, talking about the 17th century. So 1,000 years earlier, we had the German tribes here in Europe, and they had a lot of different gods and all that stuff, and different rituals, and like a hare, the Easter hare, was kind of a judge, and decided who was good and who was bad. And it has a lot of similarities to other holidays we're celebrating, you know. Remember Nikolaus or Santa Claus, who also knows in his book which kid was good, which kid was naughty, bad, you know. Oh, you see the pattern, right? Okay, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but that is where it's coming from. I mean, it's interesting. And then over the years, it became real popular in the 19th century when sugar became more cheaper, and it was widely spread available, so that people were able to manufacture chocolate and all that stuff. So, and then people were producing chocolate bunnies like shit, you know, and it was all over the place, and that's where it really started to getting real popular. Here we are, buying our Easter bunnies in January, and buying our buying the chocolate bunnies in January, and buying our chocolate Santa Claus and Christmas chocolate in October, in order to get ready for the holidays. Just crazy. It's just crazy. But the cigar is good. Looking really nice. Has a real heavy smoke. Don't know if you can see that here. Really, I like that. Binder and filler is coming from Nicaragua. and the give me some focus. And the Maduro wrapper is a Brazilian Arapiraca. Don't know how to pronounce that. I probably butchered it up, but you know what I mean. Very nice cigar. So, but anyways, enough ranting about Easter and the traditions and all that stuff. We had a nice weekend over here. It was nice. Been together with the family all the time, you know. I mean, not because of the lockdown, we're together all the time, anyways, but it felt special. That was cool. And my wife and my youngest daughter visited um, my wife's sister. She lives like an hour away from Frankfurt. Two buddies of mine were here today, and we recorded our podcast and smoked one or two cigars. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed Easter, the weekend, time with family and friends, if possible. And man, I would be glad if you letting me know. Do you have any traditions? What are you guys usually doing around Easter? You celebrate with family and friends. You're going to church. You whatever you do. You smoke special cigars. Let me know. Would be good to know. It would be cool to get to know each other a little bit better. Um, what else, guys? What happened? So last week, mm, we've made a pretty interesting review about uh, um, True Estate Liga Unico Bauhaus. Wow, that was a fantastic cigar. Unfortunately, it's just available as a short Robusto. That's not really my size. But the cigar itself, man, that was such a sweet little stick. Um, but you know, True Estate is making some cool shit. You know, I'm really into their Liga Privada series and all the things they're doing within the Liga Unico series. Great, great cigars. And in case you don't know, the difference between the Liga Privada series and the Liga Unico series, I think I mentioned it in the review, but just let's talk about it because I really think it's interesting. Um, Actually, all the cigars that are now in the Liga Unico series were originally meant to be in the Liga Privada series. But after testing and figuring out what to do, what not to do, and going to the final tests with the cigar, they figured that we don't have enough material. We're using a special mix, a special plant for this cigar. We cannot put that in the Liga Privada series, which is also kind of rare because they're already using special tobacco over there. But in the Liga Unico, it's even more special, and they don't have enough stuff for it. So they decided we're not releasing it in the Liga Privada series. We're putting it in the Liga Unico. That's more or less the whole thing about that. Um, Very special cigars, really. And same with this new one with the Bauhaus. Unfortunately, I think it's a European exclusive. But you know, nowadays globalization and all that shit. I mean, you can order your stuff all around the world. You know, so if you find something that is available in Germany, also you can order it here. You know, of course you have to take care of the customs and the shipping costs and all that. But if you really want to have it, you can get it. You know, if you don't care about the money. which sometimes is a good thing and a bad thing, because if there are a few things that shouldn't be so easily available, because they're losing then they're losing their special glamour, if you can just get it. Some things needs to be special. Some things needs to be hard to get, that makes them special. It's like that unique comic you want to have, or that unique book, or that unique whiskey, or whatever, If it's widely available, no one cares, So it's a good thing and a bad thing that most of the things nowadays you can get kind of easily. But the cigar circus, again, is a little bit special here, because you all know there are a whole lot of cigars out there that you just cannot get, no matter how much money you have, If you want to have like an Cohiba vehicle right now, and no like retailer has it, you cannot get it. You cannot get it, and that's a good thing. Or like the Cohiba Ciclo 6, or like sometimes the Liga Privado number 9. Or very old cigars that you want to have. Thinking about Cuban Davidoffs, Crazy. And for example, the Davidoff Dom Perignon, a Cuban Davidoff, that was the last batch that was coming out was like in the late 80s or early 90s. I know people that are looking for boxes. You can get singles here and there on auction or whatever. I know people that are looking for boxes, Davidoff Dom Perignon boxes, for years, and they were not able to get it, which is hilarious. But can be a good thing. Very good whiskey, very good cigar. Let's talk about friendship, because I had a very special moment last week. There's this buddy of mine. Haven't seen him. I think the last time was like, Jesus Christ, 5 or 6 years ago. And even then, just for a moment. But before that, we were like really close. I mean, not hanging around like every day, but like every weekend, doing things and this and that. For years, really close. And then something happened. He found a new girlfriend. And God damn it, she was a fucking witch. I'm telling you. This sort of crazy people that you want to kick her ass like when you're just seeing her. But where love falls, So he loved her. Man, I accept that. I have no problem with it, And like when we met first, everything was okay, you know. But then after months and so on, I figured, oh man, she has a problem with me. Not only with me, with a lot of people. Because back then we were like a clique, a bunch of people that were hanging out, like 5 or 6 people. And it can't be a coincidence, and so I know it's not only me, that step after step, year after year, uh, everyone was falling out of that circle all of a sudden, and they were not talking to each other again. So, because sometimes, okay, maybe it's me, maybe I'm an asshole, or I was wrong, or whatever, and it was my fault. Okay, but when something like this happens, you figure, okay, it's not me. I think. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know, but for the heck of it, the theory is it wasn't my fault. So, and then there was really one occasion, and it was his birthday party. And I was invited. Of course, they were living together, she was there too. And everything was cool, and then later on their party, we had an argument about not only the two of us, but like the whole group. And it was something really tiny, stupid bullshit, you know. I still know it as like today, you know, it was about Facebook. And the pictures that you're using in Facebook, if they are still your property, your intellectual property, or Facebook owns it, and so on and so on. And back then, I was really involved in that because it was part of my business, you know. What exactly doesn't matter really, but it was like I had something to do with it on a daily basis with Facebook, with customers, and so on and so on, you know. So the fuck I knew what I was talking about, you know. And she said something, and I said, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's just wrong. It's not the way it is, you know. And you can read it here, here, and here. It's not the way you're saying it is, you know. Period. So, and in this moment, she had like no counter arguments around it. So, but I felt that something will happen, you know. So, party is over. I'm driving back home. The other day, I was getting an email from her with everybody in copy who was at that party. Everybody. Half of the people I don't even know, you know. I met them over there, but I don't know what the fuck they were, you know. Everybody was copied in. So she was not sending the email personally to me. She was sending it to me with everybody in copy, like the whole world. And she was saying, Andy, you were wrong, I was right, and here why. Blah, 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 blah. But she was talking about a completely different thing. You know, it's like, I'm selling chicken and you are offering me like potatoes. You know, no, I don't want to buy the potatoes from you because I'm selling chicken. You know, and so she was like, you were wrong, and I thought, okay, that's crazy. So, but now maybe here's my fault. What I did wrong. I answered. There was a big mistake. So I answered and addressed the mail only to her. Nobody in copy. Only to her. I was writing back, hi. I was very polite. Listen, I see where you're coming from, but again, it's wrong because yesterday we were talking about this, and now you're talking about that. That's something completely different. I never mentioned the things you're stating here, you know. So again, I'm sorry, but the things you were saying yesterday, they are still wrong, The things you're writing today, I don't know, I don't care. Goodbye. Like an hour later. It's not that when she has a problem with him, she's calling me, and or coming over and whatever, No. Again, an email. Again with everybody in copy. And she was like copying my mail that I've sent to her in the mail. That's a behavior. It's like kindergarten. Anyhow, guys. And then she got very personal. Like very personal. Because she couldn't stand it that somebody dared to say something against her or proving that she was wrong. She couldn't stand that, because obviously everyone else, including my friend, her boyfriend, like has no balls, And you can say a lot of things about me, but at least I'm standing for what I'm saying, And if somebody's wrong, he's wrong, and I will tell you you're wrong. If you're right, and I apologize. Everybody who knows me can say that, That really doesn't matter. And she got very personal in that mail, said, like, insulting me, and compared it to my business and so on. She said, if I'm such a miserable loser and my business would be ruined if I would behave business-wise like I behaved here and this and all that and blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh man. And then I did at least one right thing. I didn't answer. I was just deleting it. But I was writing an email to my buddy and telling him, listen, bud, I don't know what's going on there, but please stop your lady. I don't want her talking to me like this again. Forget it, I mean, that's not the way it should be, Get her the fuck under control. If she cannot do it herself, She's a grown up woman. But she behaves like a little kid, That's playing in the sand and throwing around her shovel and stuff, Not with me. And that was the last time I saw him. I was never invited again. No birthday, no nothing. But it was not like that he's telling me, Andy, shut the fuck up, she's my girlfriend. No matter if she's wrong or right, you have no right to do this and that, so shut the fuck up, get out of here. No, just nothing, It was like I'm invisible now. And that was very disappointing. Very disappointing. And I knew he's the kind of man who needs a strong woman in the background who can tell him what is right, what is wrong. And there are some kind of there are these sort of people, and that's absolutely cool. But I really thought our friendship is stronger than this bullshit, but obviously it was not. And it was sad and disappointing. So, last year then, I figured they got separated. And really, I wasn't really happy about that because I knew he loved her. And in some strange way, she loved him too, And it's never, no matter if you're still friends or not, that's never a good thing when people got separated. But it happened, okay? I had nothing to do with it. But I thought, I wondered, now they got separated, I wonder if he will get in touch with me again. But it didn't happen. Until last week. He was writing me on WhatsApp. Hey Andy, what's up? You know, what do you think about if all that Corona lockdown shit is over? Do we want to drink a coffee together? And I said, hell yeah. End of the story. So that was my story about friendship. You know, friendship actually means a lot to me. And it's not just a phrase, you know. And there are a couple of things why they are meaning so much to me. A, I never had a really good connection with my family. And with my family, I'm not talking about my wife and my kids or my mother. So, my family is my mother. She raised me alone because they got divorced when I was like a baby. So my mother, my wife, and my two daughters. That's my family. And I would give my life for them. Literally. But that's all. I don't have a big family, you know. I have cousins over here and over there, here an uncle, here an aunt, but there's no real strong connection, okay? And there are a couple of reasons for that. I don't want to go into it right now. Maybe in another night I'm sharing some family stories and you think, insane. Anyhow, that's the way it is, okay? And that's why always friendship meant a lot for me. To me. And I don't have like a whole lot of friends, you know. I have buddies, but friends. Really friends, you know. And when I say friends, I mean he could call me like 3 a.m. in the morning and telling me he's like 500 kilometers away and he needs help. I will stand up, get out of my fucking bed, go on my motorcycle, ride over there and kick some asses, you know. That I mean, when I'm talking about friends, that's what I'm talking about. And of course, there's always like different levels of friends, you know. And it's not like you're meeting someone and he's like instantly your best friend. That's not happening, you know. But it evolves, it develops, you know, over the years. I mean, I'm now 48. And that's something that develops, you know. My best friend, Ollie, I know him for like, I don't know, 45 years or so, you know. And it means a lot to me because of uh, that's the only thing I have next to my small family, you know. And I always, maybe I'm old fashioned, you know, I don't know. Maybe I am. If so, I don't care, you know, that's the way I am. But there are like a couple of principles that are very important to me, you know. It's like if I promise something, I'll give my word. That's like a contract, you know. If I'm telling you I will do that, I will do that. On the other hand, if I'm saying I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that. So that's why I'm so serious about that, you know, and that's why it hurts when someone else who thought you're your friend, and then obviously he has not the same understanding of friendship. Anyhow, guys, I don't want to get too emotional about that, but you now see where I'm coming from, you know. Let's see. And that's another reason why I love dogs so much. Because there's not a single fake emotion in them, you know. They are happy when you're coming back home. If they're not happy, they will show you. If they're happy, they will show you. They have a very clear language. Very clear. If you understand what they are talking about, it's like crystal clear, you know. And sometimes I wished like people were like the same. But they are not. Most of the peoples are not. Most of the people out there, they are fucking assholes. And there are just a few who are really cool. Including all of you guys. No, really. You know, the funny thing is, now I was not talking a lot about deep friendship and all that sort of stuff. But I know, for me, that even over the internet, you can have a connection to someone else. Because you feel that you're like sharing the same vibe, you know? You're sharing the same values. And that's something that I appreciate a lot, you know. And I know there are a couple of people out there that I've met over that cigar community here on YouTube that really great people, you know, great people. And sometimes I wish we would all be a little closer. Like geographically, you know. But in Germany we have a saying like Die Welt ist ein Dorf. In English means something like the world is a village. It's so small. Yesterday, guys. Okay, here's a funny story again. It was a real depressing and sad night out until now. Well, maybe not sad, but like serious. Anyway, guys, so yesterday was very sunny outside. We had a nice day really here over here. It was like I don't know, like 17 degrees Celsius. Sun was shining. I was sitting out in my garden, and it was early, like I don't know, like 10:30 a.m. or 11 o'clock, and I had this here in my hand, you know, like this, and I was drinking it, and as you can see, that's it here say Fritz Cola. That's a sort of Coke that is produced here in Germany. And the good thing about it is has a lot of caffeine, and has a very distinctive, unique flavor. I love that one over here. So I was sitting there in my garden and drinking, and one of my neighbors was walking around my garden to his house, and he said, "Hey, Andy." I said, "Hey, buddy, what's going on, man?" And he, "What the fuck you drinking there?" And I said, "Well, it's just a Coke, you know." And he said, "Oh man, I thought you were drinking beer." Because it was looking so dark. And he thought it's like a dark beer, you know. And you know, don't worry, man, just a Coke. I'm not starting drinking beer at 11 o'clock, not knowing that sometimes I'm drinking my whiskey at 10 a.m. Jesus Christ. That was so cool. Guys, alright. That's it. That's it. Last third here of my Canadian stick. Enjoyed it, really. So, guys, I hope you guys had a great Easter party, weekend, whatever. Enjoy life. Enjoy friendship. Enjoy good cigar. Enjoy good whiskey. Enjoy fucking life. But most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy. And I hope to see you around at Smoker Spot. Next night, I'll next review, next cigar talk, whatever. Stay here with me and let's talk about all sort of bullshit. Good night.